regions. Otherwise, they wouldn't be in every single trail mix, correct? You know? Anyways, we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna hear a word for our sponsor, our charity, and we'll be back with Finalflame running Zelda's adventure.
Miss.
Can be done with very little. The best investment we can make is in children. To work with human beings from the very beginning of their life.
We work in far corner of the world. We provide training and chance for children to grow up healthy.
We work in far-flung, isolated rural areas. We can build small-scale projects with a few families and in the community in general, and then they can have impact on the life of thousands and sometimes millions of children in other places.
I believe it's very important to work with children in the early years. You help them to grow into their full potential.
Investing in children's lives is investing in the future.
We respond to any emergency of scale anywhere in the world. We're unique in that we are specifically looking out for the welfare of children in an emergency. And sometimes those needs are very different than the needs of adults and the rest of the community.
It's not just about financial resources that help children, advocacy and policy change. That can affect millions of kids' lives. That's why the work of Save the Children is so important. We're there in the communities, working with community members to make sure that kids get an education, they have access to health care, to make sure they're protected from harm.
The world is facing many challenges. We often wonder, what's the best we can do to heal the world, to make a better future for mankind? The future of the human race is really in their hands.
I'm here with Finalflame, and he's playing Zelda's Adventure. Take it away.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome to a video game. Yeah, best Zelda game ever. Maybe.
Those are strong words. Strong words to describe what this is.
Welcome to the game, the experience that is Zelda's Adventure. Let's just hop right in. Get this CDI, this totally legit CDI I'm using booted up.
Before you hop in, who else is in the chat here with us, Finalflame?
Wait, this isn't just a voice in my head? Oh my god. Oh, hi person. Who are you?
Hi, that would be me. I'm Mendez. I am here to commentate this game. I'm here voluntarily. I know, it's weird.
Alright, so you're getting the experience that I can give you. You're getting the introduction, the backstory as to what on earth we are doing. I'm going to stay silent. There are many cutscenes in this game. They are unfortunately kind of hard to hear. The volume of the game fluctuates depending on what part you're doing. So we tried to balance it against louder points. We'll see how that goes. So sorry in advance if there's stuff that is hard to hear. Also, there will very frequently be audio in only one of your ears. I hope your left ear is prepared. This is totally normal. But let's go meet the first character of this game, shall we?
There will be no more viewing tonight.
It's Gaspra, our friend, who's going to lead us on an adventure.
I didn't realize these games were like live cutscenes with real people.
This one specifically is. It is in some ways it's pretty good.
Yeah.
In other ways, we'll see. Here is our.
More people are like the other CI games, which are more like cartoony style, but this is very much FMV.
Yeah. So here's our lore of the game. Ganon, Lord of Darkness, has taken over Ptolemaic, definitely not Camelot. We need to go around collecting 7 celestial signs to rescue Link. That's right, we are playing as Zelda. An actual Zelda game.
So is this canonically the regular Ganon, or is this his brother Ganon with 2
There is nothing in this game that is canon.
It depends on which version or which disc you have, on whether or not there's 1 or 2 ends. It's a thing.
Yes.
Fun fact, this game is officially licensed by Nintendo. This is not a bootleg or anything that you're watching. This is a legitimate, genuine game.
Yeah. I don't think it's considered in the Zelda canon, but it definitely should be.
It is 100% not.
Restore the celestial signs and rescue Link.
So what is happening here in this cutscene?
That's a very good question. Zelda is being sent off to collect the 7 celestial signs scattered through the world in order to save Link.
Is that like Sagittarius we're looking at, celestial signs, or?
Not quite. Let me create my file here. And then just randomly decide to murder somebody. Get ready. Great sound effects.
It's
Top
a
tier.
marvelous out of place sound effect. All right.
All right, so we are about to get started. Eventually, we'll make our way back to the main menu. So here we go in 3, 2, 1, go. And let's hope I have minimal deaths this run. Practice has been kind of interesting. So again, don't adjust your audio. You're hearing very little of it. That is intended in the overworld. We've picked up our main item or main weapon of the game in the wand. It costs 0 rubies to use. Yes, not rupees, rubies. Here are some enemies. Combat is a thing in this game. And it is something that is probably going to get me killed many, many times.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And the amount of time it's taking to do these screen transitions is completely normal as well, for everything to disappear and take about 5 seconds to actually move on to the next screen.
Those are fast screen transitions too. There are some models of CDI that are very, very bad with that.
Absolutely.
All right, let's not die on an upcoming screen or screen. I will scream if I die. A screen where it's been It's been tough in practice. So right now,
Absolutely.
I could just ignore pretty much all the enemies. However, I do... Nice. 10 drop. I do need to collect at minimum 30 rubies for the Shrine of Earth, or Shrine of Rock, or Shrine 1, whichever you would prefer to call it. And that is because every other weapon in this game actually costs rubies to use. I'm going to take this kind of safe here. Please stay up there. Good. Okay. Oh, none. Okay.
As you might imagine just from looking at this, the hitboxes are very, very finicky, so
yes,
it's very easy to get hit, and especially in the early game when you got so little health, it is extremely difficult.
Yeah, so I do have a ruby root. I need to have a certain amount when I enter dungeons optimally. That being said, if I don't have that many, it's okay. More than likely, for most of them, I will have a lot extra, which is perfectly fine, because that just means I can use more powerful more powerful weapons later in the game. So even though I will lose some time collecting them, I will gain some of that time back. Just, okay, yeah, go ahead and hit me. That's fine.
So here we are approaching the first shrine. On the way, we obviously picked up the wand, we picked up an empty jug that we'll use later, and we've also picked up the ladder on the way through the forest there. The ladder's actually going to let us enter the shrine here, so we're going to...
Yeah, so we're in the opening screen now, and yeah, right here, we have to use the ladder to get across that. So you notice there are 2 rows in my menu. There's the treasures and the weapons. Obviously, the weapons you can use to attack anything. Treasures, most of them, some of them, I don't think we only use once. I don't even know if we use everything we have. Yeah, I'll grab that. I know there's an enemy hiding here. There we go.
Yeah, the foreground tends to hide a lot of the actual walkable area a lot of the time in this game, so enemies hiding behind walls and just not being visible, even though they can hit you, is very much a thing.
And you not knowing where on earth you can walk.
Absolutely.
And there's our first death. Okay, that's not a surprise. Those are keys.
See, even though Flame was literally attacking down, like for some reason the hitbox was just not hitting that bad.
Keys are one of the worst enemies in this game. By the way, so spoiler alert, I am playing on emulator. I can't afford a CDI. Now, I'm just happy this runs on emulator, but there's certain things that are kind of a side effect to it, such as when you die, you normally get some wonderful music. You don't get that in the emulator.
I am happy that this game shares at least a similarity with the other Zelda games, that Keys are terrible enemies.
I mean, there's, believe it or not, a lot of similarities. I honestly should have just ran through these on this screen. I do not want that. So that is a compass, and on the screen before this was a map. We do not want any maps. Just run, run, run. No, Zelda, why?
No.
Sometimes you're better.
That also seems to be another thing in this game. Like, invisible iframes tend to be very inconsistent. So even running through enemies, like, that was just, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes trying to damage boost through enemies is actually the better play. You will see that greatly in Shrine of Water later on. But yeah, compasses and maps. We don't collect a single map. They are exactly what you would expect a map to be. Compasses, we got one there. I didn't want that. We actually do intentionally collect 2 in the run, and that is from the 3rd and the 2nd shrine. So I'm just gonna plow through the screen.
Yeah.
So I will take.
The reason for that is that the compasses have a bit of an extra bonus over usual Zelda games, in that they can actually teleport you to the entrance of the dungeon.
Yes, and we actually want that.
A bit of a fast travel point.
Yeah, we want that for to get closer to the 6th and 7th shrine. There are 7 shrines in this game. We do have to go to all of them. Of note, actually, let's listen first.
Oh, what do we have here? A human person's coming close. Why, what a great event.
Again, a lot of those are going to be low volume. I apologize. It can't really balance around it. Need this ring. We're going to use it to kill this enemy as well as others.
It's such a shame because so many of the voice lines in this game are so iconic.
So you see, as I'm using this one actually costs 3 rubies to use. So I mentioned we're visiting all 7 shrines. if you caught this run at AGDQ 2022 during the Awful Block, it was run by Duggernaut back then. He ran a category called Any Percent. The run that was run there is this exact same run. Very soon after that run, within a couple months, it was discovered there's actually a way to skip the second shrine, the Shrine of Illusion, which comes with some perks, but also some downsides. So the category got renamed, and now what was Any Percent is now All Shrines, which is what we're running today. All right.
Well, like, it's good that the second shrine was really just an illusion the whole time.
How have I never thought of that? So yeah, unfortunately, by skipping that shrine, you lose out on a heart container. You also lose out on, I guess, player power, attack power, defensive power. Your wand gains both of those when you level up, or when you level up. Yeah, when you clear a shrine. I'm getting my games confused apparently. Alright, got another item in this room that is crucial. We have the red boots that is used to cross a river that I'm sure we'll only be crossing one time in this game. Actually, no, 2. Yeah, just 2 times. Definitely.
Definitely not wishful thinking there. Absolutely.
It's a nice room. Very rainbow-like, don't you think?
Yeah, a lot of the shrines in this game tend to be fairly linear. It's pretty much just get like a lot of the rooms have enemies. This shrine in particular has 3 enemies that you need to destroy in order to like get rid of some barriers in front of the boss room. So I've already taken out, I believe, 2 of those.
So of note,
the last one is in front of the boss room.
Yes, the creature we just killed, or not killed, the creature we just saw was Lort, who is the boss. The bosses like to visit you before you actually fight them.
Come in here.
And now we have RNG the boss, which is basically just this boss. So
yeah,
all
so what
learning
we're trying to do is get 7 hits in here in a particular pattern. The first 7 hits tend to be very consistent, and then after that it is about RNG, about where the boss actually moves.
I'm very behind. That's 7, I believe.
And now we're in the RNG
10.
section. There we go.
Okay. Yeah, basically every other boss beyond this, the pattern is known, and it shouldn't be much of an issue. So one thing of note from that boss, as Gash was about to speak, we got like 250 rubies from that, which is really, really nice.
Congratulations, Zelda. You have prevailed.
I can barely hear him, to be honest.
Travel to a place festival. Rumor tells it is found in the great forest in the north.
We're getting words of encouragement. I know you more than likely cannot hear it. Just trust us.
Is this coming through on stream at all?
It's barely coming through my headphones, so probably not. But I promise you there was talking there. Okay.
It isn't very quiet.
Yeah. All right, on to our first intentional death. So I'd like to point out we have 4 hearts. Very notable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hits for 4 hearts. That's how health in this game works. They are fractional, basically, a percentage.
That's how health in this game works. It doesn't.
Yeah, you don't get hit in like full heart, half heart, quarter heart increments. Just whatever the game decides, I guess, that day.
Yeah.
So now we have to go up here. That empty jug we got before the first shrine, we are going to use it. I do not care about these enemies. Not in the slightest. You might be able to guess why. So first we need to grab that empty jug. There we go. And we're going to bring this back to the woman we got the empty jug from. But first I'm going to pay another visit to these moblins. Because when you die in the overworld, you always spawn at your starting screen, which is right here.
Yep. And we're also going to make use of that later on in the run as well.
Yeah. Now, if in a shrine, if you die, depends on where you die as to where you go. If you die to a boss, you spawn in the room just before the boss. Anywhere else in the shrine, you are back at the start of the shrine. And I'm sure we won't have any issues with that, right, Mendez?
Definitely.
Alright, so this gives us the Vial of Wind, which is one of the items required to access Shrine of Water later on. I did tell myself earlier I wanted to stick to the right. Let's go. A lot of time save in this game is by not fighting enemies. Not only can you potentially stay alive longer, by just not taking damage, it's also like kind of useless to kill some of them.
Have a cup of
We're just waiting now.
on the house.
Why spend a whole lifetime being defeated like me? Get it over with.
What does this man want that he's taking so long?
Give up.
This is how you talk to people in this game. So
I can see you're not one to surrender.
So we are about to get the dagger, which is another item I have definitely done runs and forgotten. This will allow us to kill Wizrobes in the second shrine and fourth shrine. That is required. And now, using those red boots that we got previously, we're able to cross this river and move on into more of the world. These are moblins. They're kinda in my way and jerks. So this is the longest overworld segment of the game. We are going to be collecting numerous items, of which we've gotten some of them already. Most of them are required. We are going to be collecting one optional item. If you were going for world record, you would not do it. But unfortunately, I'm not quite yet at that skill level. So we're actually I should say we're collecting two optional items. One of which is a heart container. I don't know if you really want to consider that an item. The other is an item called the Noise Spell. And if you've played any Legend of Zelda games before, you might know what kind of enemy that will be used on. And we will be utilizing it very quickly, and more on that when we get there in Shrine 2. Get these Tektites out of my way, collect some extra rubies. The more rubies I have, in particular Shrine of Water, Shrine 5, I will be utilizing there to save a little bit of time. So that's where I gain back some of the time I'm losing killing those enemies. We have the raft here. That's again going to be used in Shrine 5, Shrine of Water. And we're here in a marketplace, not gonna get anything from here. There is one optional item here I could pick up, but I've recently just decided it's not worth the time because of all the screen transitions. I could go to the shop to the left of this and pick up a dog bone, give it to that dog outside, as I equip a ruby, by the way, to purchase the sapphire ring, and get an axe. And it is useful against some enemies, but I found that it's just not worth the time currently for me. So what I just got is a very, very, very important and good weapon. It is the sapphire ring. It is unfortunately expensive to use, 26 rubies per shot, but there are times it is money well spent. Come on. Trying to be a little bit careful. Actually, I'm okay to take a bit of damage here because I'm going to be getting a heart container shortly, and that will fill my life back up. Here is... Yeah, you can talk.
Yeah, so this detour, as we said, is for the noise spell. We're going to go get the noise spell, which is like about 10 screen transitions, like from where we got the axe. And then we're going to come all the way back. So yeah, it's a case of you can get the heart container on the way there, but if your heart health is good, like Flames is right now, we're just going to skip the heart container and get it on the way back.
Yes. So theoretically, I don't need to do this detour. There is an enemy we are going to be killing. It is a Pole's Voice. I did not mean to hug that enemy. And the noise spell kills it in 4 hits. Alternatively, I could wail on it with a wand for literally 2 minutes. The problem is, if I die in that shrine, I have to do that all again. If I have the noise spell, now it's been worth it. So we get that on this screen right here.
You look tired, my lady. I have something.
It is such a long way to go just to get the noise spell, but it is literally 2 minutes of just wailing on the Pole's Voice if you don't. So
yeah,
it actually amazingly does not lose much time coming all this way, even with those long screen transitions.
Yeah, I want to say 15 seconds time loss roughly, and we also will grab that, as mentioned, heart container. Please die. Oh, thank you. I could use that right about now. We will be grabbing an optional heart container. There's 2 in the overworld we get during this run. None of them are required. I get them for safety purposes. Now, alternatively, this heart container, I could also get on the way to Shrine 3 because we're going to take this exact same path. Alright, how long will it take for me to get this heart container this time?
Yeah, it is so unclear on this screen where you can actually walk, so I do not know how you get this heart container, frankly. Like, you have to walk through this log, but you can barely see any of the actual ground.
I'm on the outside of the log now. Okay.
Yep.
I run this game and I don't know what that path actually is. I don't know where I am. Hi, Zelda. I see you peeking out there.
This is a very easy to navigate screen, as you can tell.
Where even are you?
There's Zelda. On the left. No.
Please, Zelda. I'm stuck on something. And there we go. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Getting stuck on the terrain and Zelda's adventure. Can you name a more iconic duo?
It's probably much easier than I realized to get that, but yeah. Alright, so we're up to 5 hearts. I'm probably going to need that. Hello, I knew you were somewhere on the screen, hiding. Honestly, I don't need to worry about killing enemies right now. It's kind of habit that I'm dodging stuff like that because I'm about to pass the fairy fountain. There are multiple of those in this game. And again, things that aren't required, but they're on the path. We're very slightly out of the way. So I'm going to damage boost through these. Those enemies are horrible. Yes, that is random music in your left ear in this section. Don't ask me why. Or do. I'm not your dad. But the answer is, I don't know. Why? That, I think, is just an emulator feature. You know, I don't need to actually kill those.
There we go, through the fairy fountain, so back on full health.
Yeah, about that full health.
Yep.
Yeah, see, just like
back
that.
On full health.
Oh, run, 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 run.
So the Shrine 2 is just over here.
Shrine of Illusion.
And again, this is the dungeon that gets skipped in the any % route. All the shrines have like a barrier in front of them that just prevents you from going into them until the previous shrine is defeated. So that's the only reason you have to do the shrines in order.
Yeah, but the exception to that is the third shrine. I'll try to explain that more when we get closer, the best I can. I've never actually done it. I don't play that category as of right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice of them to include a slide down to the bottom.
So fun, ZA slide.
Yeah, it's got a very funhouse kind of feel to it, you know, the...
So this is our first of 2 keys. Fun fact, in the menu it looks like you can hold 99 keys. There's only 2 and they're both in this dungeon.
I mean, they were planning, you know, just in case for the future, for the DLC.
Alright, here is that Pole's voice we got the noise spell for. Otherwise, it is literally something like 2 minutes of just wailing on it with a wand, which was discovered by accident. You can see how so much better that was. Alright, so we've equipped the dagger. That's going to be for a pair of whiz robes coming up.
Got the disappearing floor here. And also voiding out as well. Voiding out by falling into a pit will cause you to go back to the beginning of the dungeon. Voiding out is different from dying though, because voiding out does not respawn all the enemies.
Whoa,
so
why did I get hit?
Definitely something we're going to try and avoid.
So I'm specifically killing these whiz robes because I have a certain item I would like to spawn. And that is the compass. This is one of the 2 we are purposefully collecting because we will be teleporting specifically to this shrine once we clear shrines after Shrine 6 so we can get to Shrine 7. Ice physics, whee!
Oh yeah. You can see how slidey these.
No! I think I went over. I definitely went over. Okay.
No. That was a void. That's what happens if you fall in the pit. Back to the entrance.
Yeah,
these are the only enemies that respawn. For some reason, these enemies respawn when you void out, but none of the other enemies will.
Alright, so now we have to do this all with 2 hearts. Awesome. And unfortunately, we take a little shortcut here, go back to the room with the Pole's voice.
So if you end up dying, like lose all your hearts, do you get teleported back to the overworld and you have to walk here? Or
no, if you're in a shrine, you will go back to the start of the shrine. I'm glad you asked that because you definitely aren't going to see that at all during this run. Unfortunately, we do have to go back this way. There's an item in the room after this that we need to collect to progress through the dungeon.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a little close.
Very close. Also, good dodging on the wizard there as well.
Thank you. You really do want to get through that quickly, which is why I just didn't try to adjust. I just went. This is the Black Orb. This is an item that will allow us to proceed like 4 or 5 screens from now.
Wizro's doing a very good job of not firing. That's very lucky.
If only that was the easiest or the hardest wizard room. Spoiler alert, it's not. You don't need to kill those. Yes, isn't the music grand? I'm just gonna hope for a heart as I take a hit. I knew I shouldn't have bothered with that. Also, yes, somebody did notice I'm wearing the SDAT shirt. It is seriously very comfortable. So, very glad I ordered that. Thank you to everyone that set that up.
Good spot.
Alright, so that Black Orb has opened up this room.
Yep.
Pain in the butt on this room.
This room has some enemies that we need to kill. Why do we need to kill it? We need to kill it to get the knife. Why do we need the knife? So that we can use it literally in this room, nowhere else in the game.
Yep, I hope you enjoyed ZA Knife.
Yep. That's it. The knife cuts a hole in the opening, and then we're never going to see that knife for the rest of the game. Sweet.
Please stay. Nope, nope. I think we just got hit the one time.
Look to your heart, look to your dreams. You'll find that nothing is what it seems.
That's Pasquinade, the boss of the shrine. A couple easy rooms before a couple deadly rooms. Hope you like dark rooms. I heard Mendez loves them.
I do love dark rooms, because I speedrun both Pokemon Crystal and Tales Adventure, but which both have dark rooms, like fully dark rooms.
I didn't know Tales Adventure had dark rooms.
Absolutely, the Polymountain 2, you do the entire thing in the dark. Yes.
I really don't need to be collecting these rubies, but I am attracted to them. It's an item on the ground, and as I said, it will help us later. It better help us later.
There are some strats that I've seen you use in practice that, if we have a particularly large ruby count, we can make some bits in later shrines a bit faster. Right. So
first use of the Sapphire Ring to destroy these brain crabs that are kind of trying to destroy me. Unfortunately, those are a required kill. As you can see, I just got a key. And now we're hopefully going to play Dodge Crab in this room. Just take the hit and get through. I don't want to stay in that room any longer than I have to. There's a Floor Master in that room, but we went through it quick enough. Okay, I'm going to...
the final room before the boss, so just got these last enemies to kill, and then we'll head into the boss.
I'm taking it a little safe, because you do not want to die in this room. Pasquinade! We need 7 hits here. Fortunately, I do know the RNG pattern, or rather the non-RNG pattern.
My lovely.
Yep, so this should be a pretty consistent kill. You get 2 hits while moving up, hit once from halfway up.
Definitely said 7 hits. I mean 9 hits.
And there we go.
Didn't even get hit. Nice. That is Shrine of Illusion. So much better in my last run.
Oh, yeah. Beautifully managed.
Thank you.
Sweet victory, but your journey has barely begun, my child.
So these triangle stones you getting, are you putting them in like in a monument or something, or?
No, if you notice on the start screen though, and where I die if I'm in the overworld, there's like a pedestal thing there that has 7 triangular shaped slots, I guess. So I assume they get put in there because that is actually where we go to fight the final portion of this run.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have slots in them, so I assume that when you get them, the slots are filled.
Yeah. Fun fact, I also literally didn't realize that's where we go until earlier today. Alright, so you see me just getting bodied here. We're going by the fairy fountain. Take a minor detour here first. So I don't care too much about taking this damage. That being said, I've taken a lot more damage than I want to do. So I am going to be a little more careful. But we're going to get a weapon here called the Broadsword. We'll be using this in the 6th shrine.
Hail, Princess Zelda, friend of Shermac. I am Sir Basil of Tolemac, and Shermac has sent me to assist you.
You seem tired now, Zelda. Leave off.
Yes, I am a little tired, but you know, we're good. So now we have to backtrack. Backtrack. We're going essentially to where we got the noise spell, but beyond that. I'm going to be a little careful here. I see there's an enemy down there somewhere.
Yeah, we have quite a long overworld section here because Shrine 3 is all the way to the northeast, but Shrine 4 is not too far from it. So we're going to do Shrine 3 and Shrine 4 in pretty quick succession.
Yeah, it's unfortunately you can't do them in reverse order. Please go down. No, that's a tree. That's why I can't go.
It is so unclear in this game what counts as a wall and what counts as just stuff you're going to get stuck on.
Yeah,
so.
I'm going to go destroy you and heal again.
Let's go back to the fairy fountain. I just really don't. I don't want that for the last time we see it. You know, I just realized it's been a fairy fountain.
Yeah, wanted to get a nice good look. Again. Good look.
Thank you. Thanks for that.
You're welcome. Okay, much better. I do want to remain as high health as possible up to Shrine 3 and in Shrine 3. But first, we gotta take a detour into here. Actually, you know what? No, we don't have time to be in this building. That's just
best leave. Yeah.
Oh, hi, guy.
I would like to give you a feather as a sign of my affection. This will take you to new heights.
So we're getting the feather here. We will be using this to kill the boss of Shrine of Air, Shrine 3. I'm not sure why walking in the building is the trigger, but hey, we go with it. Now off to this overworld traverse.
Yeah, and this is where we would be getting this heart container that we're about to go past.
Yeah, no, I mean,
if we had skipped the noise spell earlier.
And still wanted the heart container, because again, it's not required, but it's very nice. True. I mean, you can see how low my health gets sometimes.
Yeah, as far as like health management goes in this game, like the early game is pretty difficult. The mid game is like notoriously difficult, especially around, I think it's Shrines 4 and 5 are the hardest ones.
Yes, 4 and 5 are honestly the worst. 3's not great, but if I can get through the first rooms without too much trouble, I should be okay.
Yeah. But then the end of the game tends to be pretty because you have a lot more health to deal with things, a lot more
health. Your defense is up. Not as many enemies, honestly. But yeah, honestly, this starts the really difficult portion. 3, and then it ramps up at 4, and then the 5th shrine is horrible. Thank you for getting out of my way. So one screen above this is actually the 4th shrine, but if we were to go there right now, there are spikes that are blocking the entrance, so we can't actually go in. It'd be nice if we could find ways around it. Little cave, and then we're going to visit the beach for the first time. 2 screens of enemies, 1 screen of a creepy guy, and then the screen with the entrance to the shrine, which is unlike any other in this run. I do not... Okay, thank you. I just absolutely want to avoid taking damage right now.
Yep, that is very reasonable.
If you come here without clearing Shrine 2, there's like a certain movement pattern you can do by entering the transition screen from the top and going to a certain spot, and for whatever reason it actually takes you to the entrance of the shrine.
Sit with me.
But the normal entrance to the shrine, which does not spawn until you've cleared Shrine of Illusion, is this nicely colored bird. Alright, first rooms of this shrine are horrible. The rest of the shrine ain't much better, to be honest. If I take too much damage early on, I might take an intentional death, because you really want to avoid those tornadoes. Also, this entire shrine is ice on the floor.
It's very nicey, but
Just go. That's not pretty. All right.
Yeah.
We do have
very crystalline.
We do have to kill these enemies right here. And that's because we are rewarded with a Legend of Zelda staple, the bow and arrow, which we'll use a couple times in this run. We now have 3 rooms where we're playing Dodge Ice. Actually, I guess 2 rooms of Dodge Ice and 1 room of Dodge Cloud. We see just how much I failed at that. RNG, not much you can do. The exit to this room is so weird. Alright, please go up or left. Thank you. And then get through that. Cool. That is the hardest part done. That does not mean we are safe or in the clear by any means. I want to stress that. Sure, I'll take that. I need to kill you. This is the room in which, once this enemy dies, we will get the compass to this shrine, which we'll be using to traverse to the 6th shrine.
Yep, and those are the only 2 compasses throughout this run that we're going to collect.
That we're meant to collect. We already got the one for Shrine 1. I am taking these rooms a little safe, and I'd rather kill the enemies, because again, I want to save my health.
What I am wondering, I guess, is you say you collect the compass to get to Shrine 6, but does the compass have some sort of teleport function?
Yes, it will teleport us right to the entrance of the shrine. A nice RNG there. It'll teleport us to the outside entrance. And the 6th shrine, for this one, I would not say it's close by, but compared to where we will be after the 5th shrine, it's the easiest way to get to it.
Gotcha.
I kind of glad they included that feature.
Yeah, I think it's
nice.
the only, or at least it's the only overworld fast travel that I'm aware of.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate in Shrine of Illusion it is behind the Pole's Voice. Because if it was in front of that Pole's Voice, it would cut out so much more time in the any % run. Please. Okay. Now, another use of the Sapphire Ring. We have another Giganto Cloud. That is its new name. Sounds good, right? Of course, the first hit just completely misses.
Of course, it didn't miss. It just didn't count as a hit for some reason because the game decided no. But yeah,
so
like every shot of this Sapphire Ring costs like 26 rupees, I think it is.
Yeah, it's a lot. So having extra really comes in handy in that situation.
Yeah.
I probably could wail on it with a wand, but that would be slow. Sliding block puzzle.
Did you say wail on it?
No, I didn't. You have no proof.
Quick, check the recording.
Oh. I was hoping to get another heart.
Yeah.
Alright, one more room here with enemies. By the way, just enjoy the shrine, the aesthetics of it. It looks really nice, honestly.
It's a very pretty shrine.
If you think it's been pretty so far, wait till you see a vacation photo in the next screen. Be sure to look at the background. Nice first try.
Nice mountain stock footage.
If you leave this room too high up, you can actually get stuck in the wall. Fortunately, you are able to get out of that soft lock. I've had it happen on a marathon run. And shoutouts to the Zelda's Adventure community for showing me how to get out of that. Like, seriously, shoutouts to the entire Zelda CDI community. Yes, there is a community. It is amazing. More than 5 people. Alright, we're going to use this feather now on the boss here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm counting to 8 right now. I know as a Sonic speedrunner that's kind of hard, but sometimes I manage it.
And then one final hit, there we go.
Oh. Nice. Switch my weapon back to the wand. Nice.
We got
that
the
was
third Stone Dorito.
Don't make me hungry. That was actually like really good shrine.
What do you think it tastes like?
Probably pretty gritty.
Pretty nasty.
Yeah.
If
it looks very
Doritos made
dispensary.
the stone triangle flavor for this game, you think it would be like a nacho cheese or like a...
No matter how loud the voices of doom may be.
It's probably all they had back when this game was made. Or, I'm sorry, nacho cheesier in that case. I probably just showed my age. Let's pretend I didn't say that. Alright, so now back to backtracking in the overworld. So we're here, as I said earlier, I pointed out where the next shrine was. This is where it gets really difficult. I need to do some health management. I need RNG to be on my side. I'm going to potentially dump some of my extra rubies into it, and the uses of the sapphire ring. So I don't actually mind collecting the extra here. Yeah, if I can get through these next two shrines pretty okay, I am extremely happy. We'll see how it goes.
Something you seek.
Something I seek. Don't know what the rest of that is.
Seek.
There's a lot of cool voice acting in this game. Are we ready for Shrine of Destiny? Are we ever truly ready for Shrine of Destiny?
Absolutely. So yeah, I guess what makes this dungeon so so dangerous is there's a lot of wizrobes, and yeah, it's quite painful.
Some RNG Pole's voice there. I completely forgot what room I was in as I'm going in. This is what I get for not reading my notes. I'm trying to get better about not using my notes. But later on, I absolutely will have to use them. Also, fun fact, when a voice acting is going on and you pause the game like that, a lot of times you'll come back to the completely wrong voice acting audio.
Of course.
It's not a bug, it's a feature. Okay. This room is an absolute pain. Oh, geez, as you can see, I do not like the position of this kid, though.
Yeah, so you definitely have to defeat the enemies in order to unlock the exit.
Oh, this is really bad.
You don't want to get... Yeah. You don't want that anti-fairy to get in there and make your day miserable.
Yeah, ideally you want to take those out at the top left, but that did not work too well in my favor.
Yeah, this is another Sapphire Ring room, which is a great layout for it, because you can just push them all the way back. With the knockback of the Sapphire Ring, every single time the iframes run out, it hits them again, so letting them wander over a bit further to the right before hitting them again is, lets you get more damage in.
Oh, God, that was horrible. I just couldn't figure out how to get through that.
Yeah.
Alright. 3.5 hearts.
It's an awful lot of dodging in this shrine.
I've definitely been in worse situations here. Now we're getting ready to come up to the scary part of the shrine. Believe it or not, that was not the scary part. That begins basically in this room or after this room. I could use more rubies here, but I'd rather save them. You gotta see me take... Oh! I tried to move and I couldn't. Maybe I should have just used the sapphire ring.
Please drop a heart.
Pretty please drop a heart. Okay.
We got a heart at least. So yeah, after this we have a wizrobe room.
Oh, we have more than a wizrobe room.
Oh, we have quite
so
a few
I need to
rooms.
pray for RNG here. Good. That's okay. Oh boy.
Yeah, is this room ice physics as well? It looks very slight.
Yes, these are all ice physics rooms. This quad that we're here. So I know that looked bad. That was honestly one of the best case scenarios for that room. In particular, the one wizrobe, you need to go a certain direction. And it cooperated. I really don't want a damage boost right now, so I'm going to reload the room and hope that it goes to the left.
Yeah,
if I
you
was
get stuck between the two pillars, then it was much easier to deal with.
okay, there we go.
Yeah,
If I had more health, I would not mind damage boosting. A couple enemies in this room that aren't Wizrobes. Normally, I would rather have the wand equipped. You don't need the knife in this room. However, that takes time. That is floored. This is so dark. I did not know for a while there was a floor there. One wizard room left. Hopefully one dictionary for me by the end of this. Okay, just run. Good. I was hoping I could grab that ruby. I am not going to attempt to grab it.
That's not going to happen. Yep.
All right, I might die on the boss coming up, but as I mentioned earlier, if you die on the boss, you respawn in the room before them, so that is okay.
I am your destiny. I weave the cloth of your quest.
All right, here we go, Malmord. I need to time my first hit.
Malmord's home at last.
Good.
Now touch your wand.
Not good, apparently.
For I am Malmord, who controls future and...
Well, I missed a lot of hits there.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not RNG, but I do not know the cycle. Doesn't matter. Got it. Oh, that is a very difficult shrine. It's one of the ones I was very worried about.
Now we got the Cool Ranch Dorito.
Mendez, I lost time compared to that horrible run earlier. I'll take it though. We lived. We lived. That's what I cared about.
Take it.
Yeah.
Absolutely take it.
We take those.
Anything without a death in like Shrines 3 and 4 is all good.
Look for the great sea island to the south.
Whew.
All right, and just as a quick reminder, we are donating Save the Children, the charity here, Save the Children is a massive worldwide effort that's helped reduce newborn deaths by over 40% since 2000. That's about 1.5 million babies each year. That's a lot of babies.
Yes, indeed. So I'm doing a save and quit here. We need to get back to the start. I could also take an intentional death, but unfortunately dying there is slow. Not that saving and quitting is any faster. I'm honestly not sure which is faster. So now on our way to the 5th shrine, Shrine of Water. In my opinion, the hardest. Just fingers crossed once I get there. So we actually saw the path earlier. Sure, I'll take more rubies. This is the shrine where I will blow through rubies if I have the extra. And right now I have a lot extra, and I'm actually kind of happy about that.
Oh, there, Princess.
We're also going to get another optional heart container coming up, because it is right on our path. I'll take that. Through this cave, we have a harp right there. I couldn't tell you what it does because it's not used in the speedrun. Good luck playing this game casually. It can be done. I'm sure someone will have fun. So making our second trip to the beach. Nice scenery. Don't care. Getting hit.
Damage boosting through all of this because, as Flame says, we've got a cart container right around the corner here.
Mm-hmm. I believe the next screen is where the cave is. Please go through the transition.
Again, getting caught on the scenery there, that is normal.
Alright, so I'm going to use a feather. You could probably use a number of different weapons, but this one's pretty cheap. Hit that switch over there. When I use a weapon like that, you need to wait until the projectiles have done their job, whatever that job may be, before going back to the menu and switching to something else, or they will despawn. It's really unfortunate when you do that with the sapphire ring. I've done it.
Great game design.
Wait a moment. Just want to avoid taking hits here. And then we're about to go on a vacation. Who wants a vacation?
Yay!
It only costs 20 rubies and a vial of wind. And let me tell you, it feels super bad when you get here and realize I don't have the vial of wind.
So the Vial of Wind is the item that we got for doing the quest at the beginning, what, by fetching the jug and filling it with water. Remain hydrated, everybody.
Good call. As we enjoy a raft ride.
Yeah.
With absolutely no danger. I'm hoping to enter the shrine at full health. This shrine is going to be a shrine of me just trying to plow through it. Basically ignoring certain rooms of enemies. The gimmick of this shrine is there are these like spears that come out of random parts of the wall at random intervals and do a lot of damage, and you really want to avoid them as much as possible. I really wanted to avoid getting hit there.
How are you hitting this monster without hitting it?
Don't question it.
Yeah, we don't ask what the hitboxes are here.
There's a lot of questions we don't ask about this game.
The monster does have a habit of trying to get on your raft, though. I think we've seen that quite a few times.
Alright, so watch me as I try and disembark from this raft, by the way. I'm holding down, holding down, holding down, still holding down. Nope, gotta go to the center of the raft to get off. That is done automatically no matter what direction you are holding. Oh, I do agree, Kafka. I really haven't touched the other CDI Zeldas. I've enjoyed this game since the moment I saw it. Please don't ask why. I'm still trying to figure that out.
Enjoyed is a strong word, but
yeah. So, we're hoping for the best in these rooms. Don't want to get speared. We're going to take some damage here. You don't want to sit and fight those enemies. You will die.
Yeah, I think this is like the most linear of all the dungeons. Literally, you just have to like. I don't think there's any like real deviation from just the main path.
I mean, that might be most of them, to be honest. Real quick, whoa, whoa, whoa. Nope. That might have been bad. Using this plank we just got. And then we're going to utilize some of these 266 rubies when I'm only needing like 20.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed.
We need to kill 2 of the Kelpies here in order to unlock the boss area.
Yeah, and fingers crossed that I get good RNG on this. I can afford extra uses.
I am the South.
So these are the Kelpies. They have a lot of health, and again take about like 30-40 seconds or so of wailing with the wand to.
Actually, I'm gonna do one more shot. I think I'm okay. No, you're just a jerk. No. Okay. That was 52 rubies down the drain.
So, fortunately, the one does let you stun lock them, so you can literally just sit there and wail on them.
Now, of note, you don't want to be too close to them when you're doing that, or you will get destroyed. Again, just plow through this room, plow through. Because if you stop to try and kill those, not only will they end up damaging you, the random spears will damage you that come out of the wall. Give me, thank you. Would have preferred a heart. Still would have preferred a heart. Okay, second Kelpie room is coming up. I'm gonna tackle this one from the right side. Again, you kind of want RNG to help you here. I'll do one more hit once you get close. Nice, that's
perfect.
Yeah, and I have 100 rubies. That is more than enough, assuming things go well. Gotta throw that out there. A couple more chances to get some hearts before the next really difficult portion. Oh, I got more rubies. Time to meet the Shrine's boss for the first time.
I know you've come to steal the water of life. You shall not have it while I have substance to fill my form.
I don't know what it is. That is like Wanda. First usage of the raft in the dungeon. The second usage is the part where we get worried about health. I have one enemy left to kill. Prior to that. And then just fingers crossed, y'all.
Yep.
Oh boy, okay. 3.5 hearts for this section. Alright, first up is the turtle room. We have 2 turtles in here that really want us dead. Unfortunately, there's no easy way to kill them before going into the water, and when you're on the raft, you won't actually have control of the raft. Oh,
Ooh, okay.
that's actually, yeah, that's actually one of the better outcomes. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
there is one more dangerous room coming up. The rest are pretty fine. You can knock back those turtles out of the way. We have the third Kelpie of the shrine here. You do not need to kill her.
This is my favorite Kelpie because the voice line is literally, I bar the way to my mistress. And, yeah, bye.
Yeah, you're not barring anything. Alright, so we're hitting these not to kill them. We're really just trying to knock them out of the way. Oh.
Oh.
Okay, no, we're fine. We are fine.
That's good.
1 HP in a dream.
But guess what? That's the last enemy before the boss. So I might die to Gwanda, but we respawn right outside our room.
Beautiful.
There might be RNG in this fight. I don't know, because I literally just stay in the top left. And every time I ignore that is when I get hit and die. So I'm not chasing her. We are actually mostly safe in this corner. You do occasionally have to dodge these projectiles.
It won't shoot a projectile at you when you're like...
I had nowhere I was going. I should have just shut my mouth. It will shoot projectiles up there, but usually you can easily dodge them. That one was a bad spot.
Yeah.
Runner's curse. I can't say commentator's curse. Actually, Mendez, can you take the blame for that?
Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm here, isn't it?
Yes, thank you. Mendez is awesome. Be sure to follow her on Twitch. It was twitch.tv/Mendezi.
Mendezi with 2 Z's, yeah.
Yeah, I would tell people to follow me, but I've like not streamed in a year, essentially.
Go follow Finalflame as well. Finalflame's awesome. You should stream more.
Maybe this isn't actually a random pattern and I should learn it.
You have beaten me.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That is
very safe corner.
That is the difficult portion of the game.
Nice. No, that is a flaming hot Dorito, I think.
Evil still lives in Zelda.
I'm gonna have to eat after this run.
Just wait till you hear. There's also Mountain Dew flavored Doritos.
I hear tell of a vast.
That sounds awful. Why? Why do they exist?
And also, Mr. Dragon's Fire Chips flavor.
They don't have the flavor I used to really love. It was Doritos Extreme Sour Cream and Cheddar. Again, I'm dating myself with that one because I think that was early 2000s.
Is that the cheesy enchilada with sour cream, or is that?
No, that was the actual name of it. They had Doritos Extreme as kind of an offshoot. Yeah, but that hasn't been around for a very long time. So that is our first use of a compass. We're here at the third shrine, Shrine of Air again. South of here, relatively south of here, is where we need to head. We are going to have another fairy fountain on the way, so it's okay to take some damage. Technically, there's 2 fairy fountains on the way. The first one is actually on the path. The second is just outside the shrine we're going in. It is 2 screens out of the way. We'll go there if we need it. Yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with this run. Shrine 6 is not a pushover. I mean, neither of them really are. But difficulty-wise, it's kind of gone down from here on out.
Yeah,
Let's
I think
not
just with
walk
the
into a
extra defenses
cactus.
and health and resources. It's just the last couple of shrines I've never seen you have too much problem with.
Yeah, I mean the last shrine barely has any enemies in it. Seriously, there's a lot of empty rooms. But I do hope you all are enjoying this so far. I know it's a quirky game, not everyone's cup of tea, and that's understandable. I enjoy it, I like it, I'm glad I get to show it off. I'm really appreciative of the community that got together and got all the notes written, got the emulator working, because I was actually a part of the Discord for years before I could actually play the game. I always wanted to, I just did not have the ability.
Yeah, my understanding is the emulation is something that's only really been possible very recently.
Yes, specifically, so the game would run, but if you died, the game would crash.
Just don't die. Easy.
Have you played this game?
I've looked at this game. I don't think I could even get past the first dungeon.
So this reminds me of something I do want to bring up. Recently, there was a fan remake of this, basically in the style of a Game Boy game. It is really awesome. I hope to play it, speedrun it one day. Unfortunately, there are a couple issues with it that I brought up that kind of have prevented me thus far. But it's still a really good play up until you die. And I do recommend checking it out. I don't know the link to it, but yeah, if you just Google Zelda's Adventure Game Boy, I'm sure you'll come up with it. I am going to take that detour to the Fairy Fountain. It's close enough.
So
Yeah,
one screen east, one screen south, we get a Fairy Fountain.
Exactly. But yeah, I was so excited when they released that, and I'm probably one of few. I genuinely like this game. Yeah, we actually have a lot of rubies extra.
My main knowledge of this game is through you, but I got the emulation stuff set up recently for it, and I really want to play it very soon.
So this shrine is very interesting in how it's laid out, how you go through it. We're going to buy 3 items inside the shrine. That flower not being one of them this time. I have no clue what it does.
It feels like the theme of this shrine is kind of like a bit of a Renaissance fair type thing with stalls and jousting and things like that.
There's a very good description of it. I've never actually thought of that word, but I think it's better. We're going to get an item here that we're going to utilize at the end of the last shrine. Come on. One day I'll know what the actual trigger is. Do I just have to stand here for 5 seconds? We're getting the gold necklace. I'm not quite sure why we need it, but okay. I'm told to get it.
As they say in the game, the gold necklace.
Yes. We have a mini game here. Honestly, I might have been okay without doing that, but that does get us a lot of rubies. So we are now good on rubies for the rest of the game. I probably could have skipped that. Ticket. Had to find myself in the notes here. This is basically the only shrine where I actually need notes now. Thank you. Just because there's a lot of weapon changes, and you can save a ton of time in the run by knowing where you're going in the menu and when you're doing it. I'm okay at it. I am absolutely not great at it. I don't even know that I'd say I'm good. Nice voice acting here.
Hold tight, little enemy. You have something stolen from me, and I am strong.
I was a little worried there because I thought I saw my health go down and might have taken a hit. Totally fine. But again, you need to be careful about not stun locking yourself inside of enemies. Unfortunately, this is just how you kill them. I've tried the broadsword here, but couldn't get it to work. You actually don't need to kill these, but they're kinda in my way, and now they've made me mad.
I was gonna say, maybe you should look into a broader approach.
How did this happen? Hit that with a bow, because a little trap there.
It's a Finalflame run, it's gotta have puns.
Really complex puzzle here.
Oh, never be sorry.
I'm having a good time. Hope y'all are.
Yeah.
Much better time than my practice.
If I am ever to grace your chat, I usually start off with a daily dad joke, but I've been doing that to CC's stream for the past year, and I think everybody else in the chat has had enough.
Alright, so now, after the second Shrine of Illusion, you notice we went and got that broadsword. We're finally putting it to use for the next 2 enemies. More good voice acting.
A thin waif like thee? Ha! Can you even lift a broadsword?
Why, yes. Yes,
I mean,
we can.
Zelda can not only lift a broadsword, but apparently throw it.
Small as thee.
Yeah, notice how you're just throwing everything in this game.
Maybe they took inspiration from this game for Breath of the Wild, you know?
Maybe. I'm just saying, Zelda lifts.
Mm-hmm.
She is strong.
So true.
I always like to point out in the next room, be sure to look up at the front or back wall. Nice little abacus there. Just randomly.
Someone has great interior design skills. So
maybe it's a professor that, you know, owns this place.
Maybe.
Coming up on Ursor. Ursor needs 22 hits. The most out of all the bosses.
So we meet at last. You are small and weak.
Whoa! I knew that was coming. I ignored my directions.
Yep, so I believe the strategy on this is get 7 hits, then get out of the center. Once the boss goes to the top left, leave the bottom left corner and stay bottom center, so just kind of like letting the boss move around the room. While,
if only I followed my directions, but we still got through. We're a half-heart hero.
Beautiful. Half a heart is all you need.
True.
Let's go.
I mean, in this game, that's a half more than you need. I'm pretty sure you can get to 0 hearts and still be alive.
What flavor do you think this one is? Spicy sweet chili?
It's got like an indentation of like a lion on it. I think
Cool Ranch.
A lion bar's a thing in America? Probably not.
What is it?
It's like a chocolate bar.
There's a rumble.
A lion bar?
Yeah, I guess not.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Fair enough.
All right, we have a bit of an overworld trek here. We're going to portal over to the second shrine now, utilizing that compass we got ages ago. I'm so glad we get health refills at the end of every dungeon.
Oh yeah, that makes this game possible.
Unlike Zelda 2.
I've never beaten that game. I've never even gotten past the first palace. Half the time I've tried to play that game, I can't even find my way to the first palace. One day I'll fix that.
Even with save states, it's nearly impossible.
I don't watch a lot of it, so I don't know the route.
I think it's just a generally hard game and very unforgiving. Much like this game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of these enemies I could just plow through, honestly. They don't hit for a lot. At this point in the game, you know, we've cleared 6 shrines. We have a lot of extra defense and offense. So some of those mobs, you'll get hit by them, you won't even lose a fraction of a heart. Nothing that you can visually see, at the very least. There is another heart container coming up nearby. It would take multiple screens to get to, though, and honestly, we don't need it at this point in the run.
Yeah, as Flame says, like, Shrine 7 doesn't have a lot of enemies. There's a lot of empty rooms.
I keep getting stuck on that same wall.
In addition to that, as you'll see in a couple of minutes, we don't even need to particularly worry about the boss either, so...
I did not need to collect those. That is habit.
Yeah, there's not a lot we need in terms of resources. I believe this is a volcano up here. The Shrine of Fire. Makes sense?
Yes. I think it's on the next screen I go up. No, I don't need that heart. Why am I stopping for it? Hard habit to break. Alright, about to enter the Shrine of Fire. You are going to notice a distinct lack of enemies. Yeah, it's really why the shrine's not all that difficult. Well, one of the reasons.
Your commitment to your quest is tested.
Just as a heads up, it is looking like I am going to be very underestimate. So the organizers all know that and are prepared.
Be gone! I, Blacksmith, have my...
I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to fight that guy. I don't know why.
You say like maybe like
Feel
10
the
more
tip
minutes?
of my spears and
Less than 10 minutes left in the run, ideally.
Yeah, not even that. This is the final shrine, and then there's just a boss rush and final boss, and that's it.
A boss rush. So do you have to like face all of the previous bosses, or?
Kinda, sorta. They might have missed one.
The illusionary one?
That would have been good, actually, but no. More on there when we get there. So yeah, you're seeing I'm just running through the shrine, basically. Killing stuff that's in my way. There are a few rooms where we have to kill the enemies. In my case, it feels like every room, honestly.
This is another very visually appealing shrine. It's very pretty with the backdrops and the...
Indeed. Like, there are parts of this game that actually are good and look good. We do have to kill these to unlock this exit. Like, I know, you know, these games get trashed a lot, but there are positives in them. This is Warbane.
you will not go. You have not the fire in the belly to do else but obey me.
He's just standing there, menacingly.
And he gives us the hammer, which we're going to use at the end of the game. Why he gives us the hammer, I don't know. Does he want us to take out Ganon and... No, he can take Ganon's place? We don't know.
That's the secret story in this game that they just don't explain. There's a whole like traitor plot going on. Clearly.
Definitely. Stay down there, thank you. We don't want to kill the dog. Also, just stay down. Whatever. Whoa, whoa. That was actually a lot of damage.
A lot of health. Yeah,
we're still okay, but I did not know they hurt that much. We do have to kill that one. I'm sorry. Yeah, the boss of this shrine, fortunately, is not dangerous. This is honestly the last dangerous room. We do have to kill whatever these are. Sure, I'll grab them. Why not?
Yep. And then I think we just have 2 more screens before the boss.
Correct. That's a second appearance. And now we're going to utilize that gold necklace. Yeah. On the last enemy coming up. I'm like, I don't know how much damage that's gonna do, so we're not gonna find out. Alright, Warbane boss fight.
Yep.
Pretty simple.
You'll miss it.
That was Warbane.
It's over.
We just walked through the wall that is apparently not a wall.
Yeah, they forgot to put a wall there, I think.
Hey, look, it's the Dorito.
Oh no, a shadowy hand.
Life is always wonderful.
So you'll see Zelda falling here. This is on the starting screen, as I mentioned earlier. I can't even hear Gasper at all at this point. And this is now the boss rush, which is, it exists in the game. Not sure I can say much more about it. So we're going to fight, all of the bosses. That is Lort, and now he just takes 3 hits. Wonder what that mysterious thing is.
So how many hits does it take to kill Ganon?
10.
10?
Or 15 if you use the wand. But we're not doing that. That was Pasquinade, 3 more hits. You recall. The feather is what kills Avian, which is the next boss.
Not the commentator's curse.
Poof.
Time's coming up soon, correct?
Time is very much...
Still got like 2 minutes, maybe? Yeah. Malmord. Wow, that was difficult. You know, we needed all this health apparently afterwards. Did I get it? Alright, and now we are switching to the hammer for the rest of this. It's another thrown weapon. Honestly, I feel like these bosses would be better with the wand. However, that would be an extra screen transition, which is why I don't bother with it. That was Gwanda. Next up, next boss, if you remember, Ursor, the bear. He's just not here. So we actually get to fight Warbane this time.
Yeah, also it's always busy, you know, there's scheduling issues, so yeah, I just couldn't make it for the final fight, sorry.
One last hit, and it is Ganon time. No RNG to this fight. I know exactly where he is going, and I'm going to try to time the hits.
This time when
that simple.
You destroy Ganon, or
yeah, it's basically he explodes, so I will call for it.
Yeah, it's gonna be on the 10th hit if you want to count.
Well, wait for me to call it, because sometimes it looks like I've hit him and I haven't. We're standing in certain areas, trying to dodge those electrical attacks. Throwing this hammer. Trying to time that first hit, because it is kind of slow to throw it.
I'm just trying to get 2 hits every time he spawns.
Should just be 2 more hits, if I did it correctly.
All laters look good to me.
That is time. I'm pretty sure that's a heck of a PB. Mendez,
and that's a massive PB. That is a massive PB.
Do you remember what my previous PB was? Like 115 something?
Your time on speedrun.com is 115.12. And that was a 111.51. So
that's what happens when things go right.
Yeah,
it's impressive. I like from the behind the scenes, like all of your splits except for like 1 are like golden.
Ignore those splits. I accidentally overrode my PB splits, so that's going off the run I did before this, which almost didn't meet estimate. One day I might go back and try and recover them, but wow. Oh, there's Link. We finally get to see Link.
Hey, Link!
Gosh, some weight.
Single-handedly trying to get this marathon caught up. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad I got that
monkey PB.
Yeah, I mean, there were some mistakes in some areas. I lost like a minute in trying to Destiny.
Your courage and
I mean,
yeah, that bridge fall, you know, the Wizards were not being nice the first time.
I mean, if you take that out,
go to celebrate Link's return.
Oh, that was an illusion. Wow.
Lessons of
There's 2 shrines with major mistakes. If you take those out, honestly, that's not far off world record.
Above all,
a world record for this category is a 109.25 by Duggernaut. Who knows? Maybe one day it'll be me. But that is awesome. Thank you. Yeah, Mendez, do you have anything you want to say before I start?
I was about to say, is there anything you guys, anything you would like to shout out?
I want to say, like, congrats on the PV for one thing, and this is an amazing game. Everyone should experience it at some point in their lives. So go play it. I'm Mendez. You can find me at twitch.tv/Mendezi, and I mostly do puzzles and some speedrun stuff. But yeah.
So one thing I do want to talk about, especially since I apparently have a lot of time left, is how I actually came across Speed Docs. Some of you may have known me or Mendez from elsewhere prior to this. We actually are both staff for an events team called Fast Paced Events, or FPE. Formed officially a year and a half ago, but we've been together for a bit since prior to that. And it's actually through doing work there that I first heard of Speed Docs, through CJ helping us out. And then, you know, seeing probably tweets with, I want to say it was Launch Party last year was my first event. I remember seeing it and going to Amber Cypern, who's also in chat, and they're the founder of FPE, and going, hey, you know, I know this events team, I know this person. Are they cool? Are they all right? Is this something I should look to do? And I was told, yeah, definitely. And through that, I've now been in, this is my 3rd event, I believe. And it's been a great time. Yeah, we focus on a lot of charity causes as well. If you're interested in checking us out, fastpacedevents.com will take you to a link tree. We also do events, and we'll be, spoiler alert, in a little over a month announcing our next one. I'll leave it at that. You'll have to look up for the rest. But thank you to everyone here for having me. I really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun. And yeah, stay tuned.
As well, you know, first time hosting, you definitely took a lot of the anxiety away, and
Good.
You were a great runner, and shot GGs on the PB, the fat PB too. So,
thank you.
Alrighty. So we're gonna take a little break. As CJ would say, pay some bills. And then we will be right back with you with the next run, which is Filthy Scrub Gaming running Subspace Emissary any percent easy mode. And we have met the incentive to save every single character before the maze. So stick around and we will